And good evening. Welcome to another beautiful football Friday night. We'll start with homecoming at Jefferson City High, the GFI Digital game of the night. Jays coming off a thrilling win over rival Hickman last week. This was not a nail-biter tonight. JC hosting Gateway Tech at Adkins Stadium. The game started 15 minutes late. Gateway was late. Homecoming court on the sideline, Hope Watson. Lady Jays golfer is the queen. Jays first possession, Elijah Pittman around the far side, 22-yard touchdown run. Jeff City up 7-0 after a bad Gateway punch snap. Short field for the Jays. Pittman again, 7 yards in, jumps in, 14-0. One more Pittman run before halftime, before the end of the first quarter actually. 10 yards to 21-0 lead. There's your king, Nate Lubert, playing Jays soccer. So that's all we could see of him. Jeff City goes to the air, gave Mark Antonio to Jake Pridgeon. The blowout was on, 28-0. Jays defense comes up with a pick. Darrell Williams, the interception. He will return it nicely deep inside Gateway territory. This one would set up another Jefferson City touchdown as Mark Antonio, the quarterback, draw. Jays led it 42-8 at the half. They roll on to a 55-22 homecoming win. Next up, Rockhurst at home, a KRCG tailgate next Friday night. And the Hawklets are going to come in after a big win over Rock Bridge. Bruins lose on the road 47-28. Blair Oaks, a big win in Warsaw tonight, 56-35. Brad Draley's Falcons are 6-1 on the season. The Helias Crusaders travel to St. Louis tomorrow to face MICDS, our Hawthorne Bank game of the week. Helias back to number 4 in the Class 4 state poll this week. Heading down to the lake, Osage Indians hosting California tonight. Probably not a great time to play the Pintos, coming off their first regular season loss in 2 years. Jaden Barr takes the reverse handoff on the punt return. That's a nifty play. We may see it again. 55 yards for the touchdown, 7-0 Pintos on top. Later on in the quarter, Luke Berger takes the handoff, goes in from 5 yards out, 14-0 Pintos. Second quarter, Aaron Kendrick gets the carry, takes it all the way down to the 1 yard line. The very next play, Berger would run it in for a touchdown, 21-0 California as the Pintos gallop on to victory over Osage, 49-14. California is 6-1. We started the night with only 4 unbeaten high school football teams here in mid-Missouri. Our own Tony Mullen watched 2 of those way up north tonight. Glad to see you made it all the way back, Tony.
Long road trip tonight, Rod. Battle of unbeatens in Salisbury. 6-0 Panthers against the 6-0 Westran Hornets. Westran came into the night ranked number 2 in the Class 1 state poll. Salisbury number 5 in state. This one was all Westran, though. Big night for Zane Jacoby, the Hornet quarterback. 12-yard touchdown run. Made it 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, on a 3rd and long, Jacoby calls his own number, and he's going to take it all the way. This is an 89-yard touchdown run. You might see that in our Play of the Week nominees. 21-0. Westran on top. Here's a bright spot for Salisbury, though. Brady Francis on the fake punt. He'll go 50 yards to Pater, but that was the only Panther touchdown of the night. Zane Jacoby, 299 yards on the ground, 3 rushing touchdowns. Westran hadn't won a regular season game at Salisbury in 14 years, but they do it tonight, 34-7. The Hornets get the win. So Salisbury loses for the first time this year. Westran now 7-0, Rod.
Thanks a lot, Tony. The only other 2 unbeaten teams in mid-Missouri, Moberly and Montgomery County, both 6-0. The Spartans from Moberly on the home field with a major test. The Hannibal Pirates making the visit. Both teams ranked in the state's top 10 in Class 4. Spartans on the move. Justin Callaway starts to scramble but finds Scott Mason in the open in the flat. Mason 45 yards all the way down to the 5-yard line. Look who is scouting. Helias head coach Phil Pitts and staff. Next play, Greg Bain runs around the end, scores 7-0 Moberly early on. Hannibal has the answer. Mitch Nichols free for a 9-yard touchdown run to tie it up, but Moberly would take control and they win it by 20. 56-36, the Spartans are a perfect 7-0. The Montgomery County Wildcats, a quiet 6-0 heading into the night, ranked number 5 in our mid-Missouri power poll for small schools. No respect yet from state rankings. Montgomery battling Bowling Green tonight. And a local 6th grader, Jake Gilbert, honored before the game. Second quarter, Montgomery takes the lead. Evan Milner deep to Justin Hall for the touchdown, 7-0. Big win for the Wildcats, 52-zip. Montgomery is now a perfect 7-0. The Centralia Panthers had only one loss this season, tied for the top spot in our small school prep power poll. Earl Bennett's team traveling northeast to Clark County. Cullen Ralphs takes the carry, goes all the way for the touchdown for Centralia. The quarterback, Zach Etzler, the keeper for the TD. Centralia wins this thing 49-6 as Etzler finds Gannon Peevler for the touchdown. Good win for the Panthers. Football in Columbia tonight. The Spartans from Battle welcoming a tough Jackson team. Battle's Nash Sutherland. Nice cutback run up the gut, but Jackson too strong tonight. 44-yard touchdown by Colton Proffer as Jackson beats Battle. The final in Columbia, 48-19. When we come back, we'll take you to Hallsville, Ashland, Mexico, and homecoming. A wild one in Fulton and a great night at South Callaway, home of some top-ranked Bulldogs. Stay with us on a Football Friday night. Welcome back to Football Friday night. We had a great time in Mokane tonight. Wonderful South Callaway hospitality for our Football Friday night previews at 5 and 6. Enjoyed the time with the band, the cheerleaders, and those working on the Think Pink night activities. Then the football game, South Callaway taking on Cuba. Bulldogs in the red zone. Corey Hanger takes the handoff, scores. Touchdown, South Callaway. Bulldogs up early. More South Cal. Scoring drive, Mason Shoemaker takes it the distance. He's gone 45 yards. Very impressive day on the ground for South Callaway. Smith Kemper, the senior, with a touchdown for the Dogs. Wayne Keebler, referee of the night. He's been doing that 36 years. He says he's in his 40s. Not sure if I believe him. South Callaway, another rushing touchdown. Corey Hanger, 51-14 the final. The Bulldogs are 6-1, and there is Wayne. Wind up the clock. Homecoming tonight in Fulton. The King, Joe Schlemeyer, the quarterback. The Queen, Haley Tobias. Hornets hosting Booneville. What a crazy game this was. Booneville led it. Jacob Francis, 53-yard touchdown to Austin Hulbert. It was 21-10 Booneville. Fulton fights back. They have been all season long. Third quarter, Noah Braun, long kick return. He takes it not quite to the house, but in the neighborhood of the end zone. Down to the 5-yard line, Jacob Francis tackles. Fulton's Keegan Lee, 1-yard touchdown. Crazy game, though. Booneville scored a 36-yard touchdown pass with no time on the clock. Wild win for the Pirates, 42-37, spoiling the Fulton homecoming. A good Tri-County Conference matchup in Hallsville tonight. The Indians entertaining Eldon. The Mustangs coming in on a 3-game winning streak. Mustangs led it 7-0 on a Dalton Lister touchdown. 4th and goal at the 1, Raymond Kwok. He had 94 yards on the night. That was a big 1 yard. 14-0 Eldon. Hallsville driving late in the 4th. Joey Forge looking to the end zone. The pass deflected. Ren Rodriguez makes the diving interception in the back of the end zone. One of 2 Indian turnovers in the end zone. 14-7 the final. 4th straight win for the Mustangs as Eldon is victorious. North Callaway wins on the road at Van Far tonight. Camdenton wins again, spoiling the Waynesville homecoming, 36 Lakers. It was Kirksville defeating Mexico 14-10. Marshall shuts out Truman. Herman, a game-winning touchdown with 14 seconds left. The Bearcats beat St. Clair. It was Union over Owensville, 49-14. In Tipton tonight, the Cardinals battling the Bluebirds from Cole Camp. Key district matchup, and it was homecoming. Logan Hurst fumbles the pitch here, but recovers, turns it into a nice gain for the Tipton Cardinals. They would turn the ball over on downs later in the drive. Tipton driving again. Quarterback Dylan Cooper deep to David Richardson. Oh, that's a nice grab. Off the deflection, and the Cardinals get deep into the red zone. 3 plays later, Dylan Cooper calls his own number in for the touchdown. But Cole Camp scored a 5-yard TD with 5 seconds left, giving the Bluebirds a 9-8 win over Tipton. Southern Boone and Versailles playing in Ashland tonight. 2 teams that have struggled to score points this season. But oh man, the Eagles had no trouble working the scoreboard tonight. 26-0 at halftime. They led. Then to begin the third quarter, look at this, David Holland. Nice moves, maybe a play of the week nominee. 84 yards for the kick return for the touchdown. Quarterback Bryce Mueller hit his little brother Gannon Mueller. 2-point conversion here. More Southern Boone. Grant Anderson just gets into the end zone. It was a good win for Southern Boone. The Eagles 48-6 as they were dancing all night in Ashland. And the Tolton Trailblazers traveling to Mexico to face Missouri Military Academy. Good night for Tolton. Quarterback Christian Elliott with a quarterback sneak for the touchdown. He gets in. Later on, it is Elliott again with the nice pass to Caleb Lucero. Tolton wins big over MMA, 58-6. Another good win for the Trailblazers. Meanwhile, Glendale beats Rolla tonight. It was Smith Cotton over Clinton. St. James falling at Sullivan. Fayette losing to Marceline, and Paris, the Coyotes, beat Slater. District Championship softball tonight in Sedalia. The All-Columbia matchup, Rockbridge and Hickman, third inning. Hickman up 1-0. Allie Dishinger deep to left center field. 3-run home run. Cupies take a 4-0 lead, and Hickman wins the district championship 6-2. They are moving on. Rockbridge ends a fine season. Other softball scores. South Callaway wins a district title, beating Cuba. Iberia, district champs. Class 1 St. Elizabeth wins a district title 3-1. New Franklin over Harrisburg in a district title game. Westran over Salisbury. And the Missouri Tiger volleyball team, now 20-0. They sweep Tennessee at the land of the Volunteers. Back to our high school football coverage. Have you ever seen a defensive pest? Well, Steve's Pest Control can take care of that for you. Here's our defensive pest of the week from the Eldon win over Hallsville. Ren Rodriguez juggling interception to seal the deal and the victory. Our defensive pest of the week. Pizza Hut Team of the Night honors go to Joe Shockley, managers at all of our local Pizza Huts. He'll give it to Moberly Spartans. Huge win over Hannibal tonight. Moberly is now 7-0. For all the scores and highlights, and Team Page's voting begins for our Play of the Week later this weekend. All the rankings and more, go to High School Football Central on our sports page. Thanks to our KRCG crew, and for all of you for watching, have a great weekend and a football Friday night.
KRCG's High School Football Friday Night has been brought to you by GFI Digital, Hawthorne Bank, Westminster College, Capital City Christian Church, St. Mary's Sports Medicine, Rourke Aluminum, Randy Kaiser, State Farm Insurance, Steve's Pest Control, and Custom Screen Printing and Embroidery.